Alright then guys, welcome back. On today's video we are covering the importance of solitude. Alright gents, solitude is important for men on their self-improvement journey. Just want to explain that isolation and solitude are two different things. You need to know that. They're very similar, but they're two different things. Isolation and being isolated is almost being forced to be in that situation, like outcast. Although I do feel like an outcast a lot of the time, that's not the case. Mine's voluntary, right? So solitude is spending time by yourself, i.e. without distractions in solitude, but doing it off your own back. That's the difference between isolation and solitude. All right, so I thought that's important, okay? So let's get into it. Many great thinkers, philosophers, and successful men have spent periods in solitude to gain deeper insights about life, purpose, and personal beliefs. Okay? I want you to look at it as from when you've grown up, through what you've been through with your family, your experiences, the good, the bad. You've been molded to be like this. Okay? A lot of your beliefs might not even be what you actually believe. It's just what is comfortable or other people believe. Right? You might not took the time to really dissect it and think, do you believe this information that I've been given? Okay? So with solitude, it cuts out any distractions, i.e. with people or things that are going to take your attention from you. It cuts out and it gives you time to figure out who you are and what you believe and go over things and get to know you, you know. That's why solitude is important, okay? When it comes to solitude, okay, I want you to look at solitude like it's a training ground, okay? Like it should, like a gladiator, right? Before he goes out into the arena, he'll have a training ground, okay? And he's training and he's practicing and he's getting better and perfecting his craft to become more confident, more strong, ready for the fight. Yeah, whatever fight that is. So I want you to look at that training ground, not like, oh no, I'm all alone. Like, no, you're getting to know yourself, bro. You're getting to know yourself, you're getting comfortable being by yourself. You're going to be a formidable version of yourself if you get comfortable with having that mindset, okay? A good man is content with his own company, not because he is antisocial, but because he understands the value of peace within himself, okay? Once you've managed to cultivate some form of peace through solitude that does not need any extension, i.e. opinions of other people or just anything, you've managed to cultivate that within yourself without anything, yeah? If you have already cultivated this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you have not, going from someone that never had this peace, I never had this solitude, I was on people's sofas, this, that, and the other, I was always having to act a certain way to fit in and survive, okay? Now I've got my own place, I'm like, boom, got to know me. I'm telling you now, bro, people can say this, they can do whatever they want, I don't give a fuck. The minute someone physically tries to take this peace I've cultivated, which is mine, you better bring your cavalry, bro, because it's war. You with me? That's how important this is to me. So that's why I'm putting a video on about it. That is your training ground. You've got to guard that. That's yours, and it's important. The truth is that not many men can be alone, but your purpose will require solitude. Okay? Whatever it is you're trying to do, you're going to have to do it by yourself, or have some form of space that you can work by yourself alone. I'm not saying you can't take ideas and discuss it with other people, but when it comes to it, you know, in the lab, let's say, you've got to cook some stuff up, bro, and it's got to come from you. That's how it's going to be different, because it's from you, your core, what you bring into the table. Not everyone's going to agree with you, but some people will agree with you if you're right and you back yourself and you know the knowledge and you know, like anything I discuss on my videos, I'm 100% go on any podcast and discuss it with anybody. It doesn't bother me, because I know I put the work in. This confidence is not cultivated through me thinking, cultivated through me sacrificing in solitude, putting the time in, and now it's part of me. I know it. Let's debate, motherfuckers. Let's go. The perks of solitude. Right, the perks of solitude. Number one, spiritual growth. Ain't no one else gonna hit you with this. I'll hit you with it. Spiritual growth is key. Everyone else is trying to, I see now, people going around it and they're, oh, I get this new car, it's gonna make me feel a certain way, or this new girl, or this new money, or this new job, or this new house, this new. They're trying to fix themselves externally. Yeah, they're trying to gain a feeling through something external, which they will get a feeling, but it's going to die. It's not long lasting. It's not pure joy. It's like an external dopamine hit. right? This is what everyone's doing. That's the game that everyone's doing. I'm not playing that game, bro. I'm not playing that game, and I can't see around me people getting traction like I am. So I'm gonna stick to what I know, bro. Be with me. Spiritual growth in solitude, you're gonna be able to really, really be in a good position to build on your relationship with God. Okay? Which is you need this. Which is the main thing in solitude is a lot of men, they feel alone. They do, and they want to feel needed. You with me? Rightfully, there's nothing wrong with it. Men, like, we, without having a responsibility, we almost feel like we're not worth nothing. You know, if we're looking after people or helping people or having value, we feel needed. Okay, so the solitude comes back, find out what it is and bring some value to this world, because it's a sticky, dark world, man. Ain't no one doing shit. So that's that. Okay, and just on top of that, I want you to know this is for me. I'm telling you right now, God is so interested in everything you got going on. Allow him in, man. Jesus is knocking at the door, but he give you free will, so it's down to you to seek him. But he's there waiting, and he loves you. He loves you so much. Believe me. You have to believe me when I say this, okay? So the second perk is improved health and focus, okay? When you're in solitude and you're not having to deal with everyone's bullshit, because so many people are going through stuff in life and they just unload on you, and then you get their energy, and it's like you need solitude, bro. I swear, I'll be there helping people, and sometimes I get back, I feel drained and tired. I need to recuperate my energy again, have a shower, and just chill out and spend some time by myself or in solitude or on my work, get fixated on something, and you know. But I wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't for solitude. And this is another thing as well. You can have like kids and wife and all this stuff. Like that's great, right? But you still need to make time for your solitude. It doesn't change with whatever you got going on. This is important for you guys. All right, I won't make a whole video on solitude if it wasn't important. By the end of this video, you're going to see why and how it's so important. Increase productivity, master skills. Okay, when you're in solitude and you're trying to better yourself, men need skills. You need skills. You need to be competent in this world. When it comes to women, they're attracted to competent men that like are not in one route. Like for example, you could be working a job now and you're on a laptop all day. That's cool, right? You need to be thinking about more than that, bro. You need to be able to change car tyres. You with me? If shit kicks off and something happens, you need to be able to think off your initiative, right? How are we going to get around this? Like, it's not to a textbook. I see a lot of men, they live life to a textbook. Brother, if I live life to a textbook, I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in now with the cards that I got dealt. If I did what I was led to believe, what I see everyone else doing, they might have not been forced to be in that situation, but it doesn't work. I'm telling you it doesn't work. You have to think outside the box, which is trusting yourself, which is all on these other videos I say. It's building up that confidence in yourself, knowing yourself, educating yourself, and then being able to trust your opinion, which is like a relationship. You're gonna build a relationship with you and God in that solitude period. Heightened creativity. If you look at all the, Nikola Tesla spent loads of time by himself, Einstein, loads of time by himself, and they were just coming out with coming with ideas that have not even been in this world yet. Yeah, heightened creativity in solitude. Solitude is a motherfucking training ground, all right? Self-reflection and clarity. A lot of people, they're not very self-aware about themselves, okay? When you spend time in solitude, you're going to start understanding yourself more, your traits, what you're not good at, okay? So you can start understanding, if I'm going this way, but I'm not too good at this, okay, I might need to get someone to help me with that, because it's necessity. I have to do that to do this. You're with me? But people are like, oh, I can't do that because of that. You make it work, brother. You make it work. I never had the right people around me when I first started all this stuff. Now I've got the right people around me. Very selective, but I'm a blessing to them and they're a blessing to me. But it took time, patience, growth, okay? I didn't feel the need just to be with someone just because it's been their company or to get their opinion. Like, what do you think of this? And yeah, it's good. Oh yeah, cool, I can do it then. No, I got all that first, and now it's a blessing to come around me because I know who the fuck I am, all right? Mental and emotional reset. Okay, you could be with a wife, with kids, get stressful, work, whatever. Men need solitude to just let them emotions go or just deal with them. You with me? You need that. Ideally, I believe with God and everything else is a guy spends time in solitude. It says in the scriptures to cast your anxiety and everything else upon Jesus Christ. He takes that from you. That's why it goes God, man, woman, children. The children emotions go into the woman's emotions and everything else goes into the man, and then the man in solitude casts it upon God. Then he comes, but it's it's just good and everything still works functional. You might say it sounds a bit crazy. I'm telling you right now, brother, since I started casting my anxiety and everything else under Jesus Christ, I started looking younger. Explain that to me. So, building, I don't look stressed and torn, bro. I look fresh, revitalized. Building inner strength and independence. Okay, before you go tackle this world, I really do believe, like, even when it comes to families and all this stuff, you need to know who you are as a man. Okay, you're like, even with the relationship, like the female's coming into your world. You with me? And then yeah, she helps and builds whatever. That's where it goes. But it's not like doing okay, let's do this. It's not that, bro. You need to get your shit together. She's gonna feel so more safe, secure. She's gonna have a more better life for her. Like, she's gonna be more naturally in her feminine energy because she feels safe. It's not like a choice. Like, unless the girl's kind of fucked already and properly masculine energy, we're not gonna do that. But if you're active, the thing is this, right? If you do what you do right as a man, you get your solitude right, you do everything else falls into place. Everything. So I don't like people try to fix these little things, man. Fix you, your heart, man. Get that right. Watch how your whole world changes. My personal experience with solitude. Okay, I'm gonna throw this in there. This is why it's so important. I believe it's so important. So my whole life, I was like shared a room with my brother, like bedrooms, or like went and lived in that caravan when we got a bit older, like 18, 19, and then after that I was like living in my mate's house or on people's sofas and things like that. So what I'm getting to is I never really had my own space, like, kind of thing. I never really had my own space. Like, I was always with other people or having to act a certain way in order to survive. For example, if I'm at someone's house, like, bless them, they put me up, you and me, they didn't have to do that. So, but the truth, like, if I'm at someone's house on the sofa, like, how could I still be in bed if they're coming down in the morning? So I was like, make sure if I heard them, I'm up, the pots are done. Like, I feel like a hindrance, man. Even though I'm paying my way and I'm earning money, I still feel like a hindrance. So I'm not, what I'm saying is that's affected me. I can't be me. Like, sometimes I couldn't even voice my opinion because I didn't want to upset people. So I'd just be like a little, and that takes a hammering on you. It's like you become someone you're not because you can't be free with it, okay? It's only when I got older and I managed to get my own place and I've cultivated, it's only now I can do this. It's only now I can do this. Now I can really, I'm not forced to be around anyone else. Like, I really just spend time by myself. So that's why, that's my testimony when it comes to solitude, is I didn't have that my whole life, and now I have got it, and I've got more traction in my life in these past year, mainly because the first year was messy doing this because I had to fix myself internally, but that's me being honest, right? But it takes work. But within 2 years, the foundations that are in place now, due to being able to have solitude by myself and everything else, it's like, if I never had the solitude, I wouldn't be on this projection now and looking forward to the future of everything that I planned and wanted to achieve. Okay, so it's very important, right? Why, okay, this is important. Why men struggle with solitude. Fear of loneliness. This is a big reason, and it's like, sometimes I talk about stuff with men, it's like, I say that, listen, it's the truth, so I care about the truth. A lot of men struggle with the fear of loneliness. They do, and it's understandable, and if that's the case, I want you to understand, like, why? Have you been with your mum your whole life? Have you been with your mum, then with a girlfriend, and then back with your mum when you split? Like, have you been by yourself? Do you know who you are, kind of thing? So just take that into consideration, because if you are going through life and you haven't cultivated that peace and the solitude that is essential on your self-improvement journey, right, you're going to be trying to fix your loneliness and other people. And loneliness isn't something that somebody else can fix. You know what I mean? So if you don't understand that, and you're just trying to do that and you're going off your emotions and then you never understand that, to take the time to implement that, it's like that carry a bag in the wind kind of thing. You know what I mean? So, you know, it might be hard at the time, it might be like, but you got to do it. You got to do it, and just know that when you are doing it, God is with you. Pray to Him and stay close to Him and watch what happens, all right? Right, another one is addiction to stimulation. Okay, you have to plug out. This isn't like I've just plugged out. I daily have to fight against this. You with me? But I know it. So, and if I never knew this, and I wouldn't be able to check myself as much as I have done, I wouldn't have had as much traction than what I have. Right? Solitude is not right. I'm not around other people, and now I'm back at my place, and I'm going to go play on the fucking console for I don't know how long, or watch Netflix, or do like. Solitude is cutting out people, distractions, and cultivating a space within yourself to work on a particular task that you need to do. And then you watch my other video that I just put about time that's going to help you with the procrastination and everything else. But the solitude is key. I said this in all my other videos. I've said it from the first video I made. All this links up, brother. Okay. When you see it from a bird's eye view, and it's not like I've got to do this, I've got to do this, I've got to do this. Like, I really have done so much now that I can see it from a bird's eye view, and it's like almost, it's a lot easier for me now. That's why I can explain it how I explain it. Another one, FOMO, fear of missing out. Listen, I'll tell you. Listen to your Uncle Bob, right? You ain't missing out on shit. You ain't missing out on nothing. Trust me. I understand a lot of people have to go experience it themselves, but you are not missing out on anything. The fear of missing out, I don't even need to elaborate on that too much. I'm telling you right now, if you are taking the time to cultivate like peace and an understanding of yourself in solitude to better yourself and your future, you ain't missing out on shit, because ain't no one doing that, bro. Go catch them in 2 years, them ones that thought they were missing out so they went there, but you never did that. 6 months, a year, 2 years down the line, then look back. You'll be grateful that your Uncle Bob give you that information. A lot of men don't spend time in solitude because they have a lack of purpose and meaning for their life. So it's like, why? Remember, I just said solitude is not just playing on your Xbox. It's like, why would I put the Xbox pad down and go do this? Something that's difficult when I could just get a quick stimulation hit off that. Why would you do it? Why? Because you've not got something bigger than yourself. You need that as a man. I don't care what anyone says, you need that as a man. As a man, you need a purpose, okay? Whether that's your job or anything else. Me, I believe, cultivate a relationship with God and see what He has in store for you, because that is going to be more than just your mind. That's going to be your spirit, everything else, and no one's going to be able to take that from you. Doesn't matter what adversaries and enemies come up against you, like, they're fucked. They can't change you, bro. So, see you in a bit. Bring your motherfucking cavalry, gonna stop me, dog. Okay? That's what I'm just saying. You're only going to get that through solitude. So yeah, I like everything. I have a peace that goes above all understanding now, right? This is very important as well, and it's very important. Okay, so fear of facing themselves. Men have a fear of facing themselves. Like, you're forced to. If you're in solitude, you haven't got people around you, and you've cut distractions out, and like you're just sitting now, like in your bed. You're not high, drunk, talking to anyone, you're just there, like that, okay? What's going to happen is, by nature, you're going to be, solitude forces introspection, okay? Which is a good thing. This is what we want. But it can be scary as well, okay? And it can be, and this can scare you, and I'm trying to get you to understand yourself so you don't just turn away from it, okay? Solitude forces introspection. People will avoid the truth because accountability can be difficult. Now then, this is where the self-awareness and the introspection on yourself comes in. You need to be able to be honest with yourself with the truth, okay? You need to say, why am I feeling like this? Why this, why that? Like, all them bad, what's going to happen is, when you have the solitude, what's going to happen is this, there's no distractions, you're going to have to deal with the shit that's there. And you might not even think there's shit there, because you just don't think that. But when you put yourself and force yourself in that situation, it's going to happen. That's why I'm telling you this, because when it does happen, I want you to know it's okay. How can you fix something if you don't think it needs changing? Or if something doesn't make you feel a certain way? This is a reason it's all coming to surface. It's for you to dissect and deal with and become, okay, right, I've got to deal with that. That's not good. This is spiritual growth, bro. This is spiritual growth where you're not just trying to fix yourself externally, you fix yourself internally. You do the internal work, watch how the external changes. No one tells you this, but I'm telling you this, I don't give a fuck. It's like in the other video I said, the plug hole moment, yeah? Let it hit that plug hole. Don't go running off. Don't go do it, deal with it. And when you're in that situation, you write some stuff down with your pen and paper and you start learning about yourself, okay? It's difficult, this is, and it's not just gonna be a one night thing. This is a ongoing fight to do this, but when you do cultivate the peace and everything else and you get to that level, your whole life's going to change in regards to the projection of the direction of your going, internally, spiritually, mentally, all that shit. I'm going to finish it on something absolutely beautiful. This helped me out when it came to me cultivating my peace in solitude as I was reading the Bible. This came up, right? So Jesus Christ spent 40 days in solitude, okay? It was solitude with the wilderness. So Jesus Christ spent 40 days in the wilderness, which is solitude, referring to here. This period of solitude was a time of fasting, prayer, and rebuking temptations as he was being tempted by Satan. Okay, now then, with what I've just said, when you sit there and you sit in your own, with no distractions, and you're having to face that, like, there's nothing there, like, just I'm in the moment, right? And all this shit starts coming in, your brain's trying to pull you in all sorts of pockets. It's going to happen, okay? Now then, this is the whole reason it's in the Bible. Yeah, God shows you how to do this. This is how it's going to happen, okay? So, yeah, he did it in 40 days. So, in the wilderness, he was fasting, i.e. he didn't eat any food, because in the Bible, you know, the spirit and the flesh. So, if you starve yourself of the flesh, your spirit is more receptive to God, okay? So, it's your spirit, right? Also, the prayer. The prayer is communication with God. That's your way of communicating to God directly. Okay, and then in the third one, it says he was rebuking temptations, i.e. now he's put himself in that situation, it's all coming on, okay? He's having feelings to do this, he's like these temptations or anything. Temptation, no, it's just go to work, no, mobile when Jesus Christ was, doesn't mean that ain't a temptation. You're going to feel your body doing stuff that you got no control over. This is what I'm saying, how serious it is. You need to understand yourself. So what I'm saying is, when you do that and you go to the plug hole moment and you fast and you pray and you don't let the temptations get hold of you, okay? Things are gonna happen, okay, internally, and you're gonna cultivate a strength that you couldn't cultivate, or that other people are not capable of cultivating if they don't do this. I'm serious, right? And after this period of solitude Jesus Christ had, what did he go and do? After this period of solitude, he launched what became the greatest and most impactful ministry in history. Okay, there's a reason why it says it's in the Bible. Okay, there's a reason it's showing you that Jesus went through what he went through and then went on to make the biggest ministry that ever existed. Okay, that's me giving you the game. How you do it and what you do is down to you, but you've got to do it. Okay, I'm just giving you like the guidelines and how I'm being honest with you of how I've done it. And where I got inspiration from and everything else, to the point where I've done it, did it, came out the other side, and it's true. All right, and it's real. So listen to your Uncle Bob. I'm serious, guys. All right. So on this video, I think that's everything I was going to cover. Oh no, it's not. There's one last point I missed off, and the most important point on the whole video, yeah, is, boys, I want you to pick your cross up. All right, pick your cross up. And when I say that, I want you to read the Bible. Okay, start reading the Bible. Start being in more solitude, start like disconnecting a little bit in regard, like you still got your life and everything else, but I want you to cultivate a relationship with God through solitude. Okay? It might be very weak, so you've got to build on it with faith and everything else, and you're not going to be able to do it. God ain't going to be able to help you if you're distracted by everything. You need to put your attention on him and keep it on him. Alright? Very important, solitude. Okay, I can't emphasize how important it is. Everyone's situation is different, right? But it's key. So you have to make it work. Improvise. Remember, I say this all the time, it's not the strongest that survives, it's the one that's able to adapt. Charles Darwin, you need to apply that analogy on your life, because it's done me very good. It's done me a world of good. Okay, so that's it for this video. This is the importance of solitude. Thank you for clocking in, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Boom, boom.